What if I told you that the ultimate key to your success isn't found in some external world, rather it has always resided in your internal world, within you? Yes, you. The person you see in the mirror every day holds that key. You are the creator of your own story, your own narrative and your own success. Don't ever forget that you've got only you, nobody else. No one will struggle and create roads to success for you. It's you who has to go out and work exceptionally hard to create those roads. As Jim Rohn once said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. In this video, we're going to talk about the true potential that's hidden in you and what you can do to bring it out. Just stick around and watch your life get transformed. To start with, it is extremely important that you understand who you are, what your abilities are, and what you can achieve. Knowing your heart and mind is the most important thing for you right now. Look within yourself and find the hidden beast. Developing a sense of self-awareness is the starting point of recognizing you're yourself and producing higher emotional intelligence. Don't ever forget that people do not care about what you have done. They care about your mission, idea, and the reason why you did it. As Simon Sinek once said, people don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. And what you do simply proves what you believe. In fact, people will do the things that prove what they believe. Always start with why. People buy your ideas, your creativity, and your innovation, not your products. Your understanding of yourself, your hidden talent, and the monster that resides within yourself is the starting point in self-awareness. And self-awareness leads to a stellar confidence in your abilities, providing you with a clear mission and creating the pathway to success. As Brian Tracy once said, your life is a reflection of your thoughts. If you change your thinking, you change your life. Your mind is the most precious thing you have. It has unlimited power. The way you think influences the quality of your life. Now it's totally up to you whether you want to fill up your brain with positive or negative energy. If you are someone who wants to write name in the history books, there is only one way to go. And it is living your life optimistically, recognizing yourself, and making consistent, confident efforts towards your goals. Your mind has that hidden key to the success you're always dreaming of. What you think is as important as what you do. A positive mind leads to the optimistic attitude, and if you are not optimistic, how can you be sure of your abilities? How can you develop the self-confidence needed to compete with the world? Stay optimistic and let yourself conquer the world. Let's talk about another important thing which you can implement in your life. If you have failed at something once, twice, or even countless times, does that mean you should stop working? Does that mean you are incapable of doing it? No. The only thing you have got to do is to learn from your previous mistakes and leave a room for improvement. Because when you have a growth mindset, you make stronger and more efficient efforts than the previous time, which multiplies your chances at success. Let's talk about Carol Dweck, the author of Mindset. She said, "In a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to reveal my weaknesses, you say, wow, here's a chance to grow." She emphasizes the importance of having a growth mindset. According to her philosophy, if you see failures as opportunities to learn, grow, and become a better version of yourself, then you haven't really failed. Rather, you have achieved something which many others have been incapable of achieving. At another instance, she said, "Becoming is better than being." Do not get disappointed if you have failed. Never forget that success is a whole process. It just doesn't come overnight. Learn from your setbacks, understand where you lack, and strive hard to improve in all those aspects to become who you want to be. Remember, this world is moving very fast. It's constantly changing. The criteria for success today might not apply tomorrow. Hence, in these circumstances, if you do not have an idea of what exactly your goals are and why exactly do you to achieve them, it will become near impossible for you to succeed. In the words of Jim Rohn, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Let's learn from the teachings of the great brain Tracy, who gives huge significance to clearly defined goals and fostering clear and doable strategies to get closer to them. At one occasion, he very well said, "Goals allow you to control the direction of change in your favor." Let's talk about football, for example. If the players do not have idea of what their goal is, will they be able to go forward and move the ball in specific direction to score? No. This applies to every field and every sport in the world. Bill Copeland once said, "The trouble with not having a goal is that you can spend your life running up and down the field and never score. All your efforts will go in vain if you have no clue of what your purpose is and why you're making those efforts in the first place. Hence, start writing down what you want and how to plan to get it. Once you have that, do not sit idle. Start making efforts until you reach there." Let's talk about the hack which most people are aware of but can't work on it. Consistency. I don't think there's anyone in the world who isn't familiar with this word. Then why doesn't everybody succeed? Why isn't everybody living the life of their dreams? The answer is much simpler. They lack consistency. Jim Rohn gives significance to small, consistent efforts as much as any other motivational speaker ever has. He said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day." Do not just rely on luck or the ideal opportunities to arrive. They will never come if you aren't working consistently. Incorporate this habit in your life and see your life get transformed in no time. Consistency is the most important ingredient of success. Never forget that. If you do not have honest and real connections with people, and if you have no idea how to interact with people, how will you get the work opportunities? How will you get the job offers? How will you make your business success? This implies the importance of building strong networks. But be aware of the fact that the connections you are building are based on loyalty and trust. Because we're not talking about the bland and useless connections, we are talking about the ones that are real, true, and meaningful. Now you're wondering, what skill do you actually need to build such powerful connections? In the words of Dale Carnegie, you can make more friends in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get other people interested in you. This quote explains very clearly that in order to have powerful network, you have to show interest in people. Make the habit of listening to people actively, making efforts to understand them, taking interest in them and their needs, and showing empathy. In order to succeed in this fast-paced and ever-changing world, building strong networks has become the need of the hour. By showing empathy and listening actively, you build connections for a lifetime. These connections will eventually help you land more and more opportunities, thus opening countless doors to your success. Moving forward, it's essential to talk about some individuals who only by believing in themselves achieved what million others couldn't achieve. The author of the famous Harry Potter book series, J.K. Rowling, got rejected by a number of publishers around the world. However, she did not accept defeat. Instead, she consistently worked and believed in herself, which eventually paid off when Bloomsbury, a small publisher, accepted her work, which made Harry Potter as one of the most famous book series in the history. In her early years, Oprah Winfrey encountered several challenges, such as personal trauma and poverty. But she never accepted defeat. She constantly believed in her capability to connect with people, even though she was advised early in her career that she wasn't suited for television. She became a huge media personality, philanthropist, and one of the most powerful people in the world thanks to her tenacity and faith in herself. Now we can successfully conclude that the key to your success lies in recognizing yourself, becoming self-aware, and understanding your true potential. If you do not know what you are capable of, you will never become successful. Thus, by believing in yourself while making consistent efforts and building strong networks, you open doors of unlimited opportunities and growth, which allow you to become stronger than ever and achieve your goals. Stop overthinking. Stop being pessimistic. Start writing your goals and make actionable strategies today. Give time to yourself and try to understand who you are, what you want, and why do you want it. Once you understand that, you become the best version of yourself. Start today and have your name written in the history books.